Station. This is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. I am ready for the event.
Briarhill Middle School. This is Mission Control Houston. Please call Station 4 voice check.
Station, this is Briarhill Middle School. How do you hear me?
Briarhill Middle School, this is Station. Welcome aboard. I hear you loud and clear. How about me?
We hear you loud and clear.
Hi, my name's Lexi. What types of plants are you growing on the station, and do they grow differently than on Earth?
That's a great question. We're growing some plants right now. We have some green lettuce, some red lettuce, and another lettuce called Mizuna, and it was the first time I had tried it. It's super tasty when we get to do a harvest, and that's part of what we're studying is to see how do they grow differently up here than it does on Earth. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results of that experiment.
Hi, my name is Sammy. How does living in space change your senses?
I don't know if it changes them a whole lot. It takes your body some time to adapt. Some people will say that their sense of taste changes over time, but mine, that doesn't seem to affect it too much. Smell, the space station has a very unique smell that I will never forget. But overall, the senses are pretty much normal, and the body adapts very quickly.
Hi, my name is Addison. Do magnets work in space?
Hey, Addison, they do work in space. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to fly magnets up here on our own. We have so much electrical equipment around us that we don't want to impact how they operate. We do have a couple on board, and the magnets do behave just like they would on Earth, so it's pretty cool.
Hi, my name is Jackson. What do you do in your free time?
Well, part of what I do is this, because this is always fun. And so you never get tired of floating in space. But most of the time, if we have a few spare moments, we'll go look out the window because we have this awesome view of the Earth, and you never get tired of looking at that. So there's not a lot of free time, but we take advantage of looking at our beautiful planet whenever there is.
Hi, my name's Lexi. When did you decide you wanted to become an astronaut?
I don't think I had one moment where I said, you know what, I'm going to be an astronaut. But when I was young, I would watch films of the astronauts walking on the moon, and I thought that was pretty cool and very exciting. And when I was in middle school, I actually had a reading class that was all about science fiction. So I read a lot of books about people traveling to different planets. And then I was a middle school teacher before I became an astronaut. And I saw that NASA was looking to hire some teachers to become astronauts. And I said, maybe this is a chance to kind of fulfill that dream. And I got lucky, and here I am.
Hi, my name is Anna. How do cargo ships connect to the space station?
Yeah, so the cargo ships are super important for us to get our supplies. And what's pretty neat is the cargo ship will launch, and it'll come right up to the space station, and it gets pretty close. But what we have to do is we have to grab it with a robotic arm, and then once we grab it, we can move it around and attach it to one of the ports, one of the hatches that we have on the space station, and then we open up the doors on either side. But that last little bit, at least on our side, we grab it with the arms. On the Russian vehicles, they will actually dock automatically.
Hi, my name is Tony. I learned that you recycle the water you use on the ISS. Does it taste different from the water on Earth?
Yeah, it's kind of weird when your recycle system is right in front of you and you go to the bathroom and then it goes through a big process, and then just on the next module, you're pulling water out. So I know it sounds kind of gross, but The water actually tastes really good. We test it on a regular basis, so I think we have some of the best water ever, and it's all natural.
Hi, I'm McKinnon. If you become sick in space, does the medicine dosage change because of microgravity?
You know, those are all great questions, and some of the questions that scientists are asking now as we look to going, further away than the space station and going to other planets. And so I know we've been conducting studies to find out, does it change? And so I don't have an answer for you at this moment, but I know we're looking at that. But usually when we start off with the doses, we'll start with something similar to what we use on Earth.
Hi, I'm Bryson. How quickly do you adapt to space, and how quickly do you adapt upon return to Earth?
It's different for everybody. For me, it takes me a couple of days when I first get here. My balance just isn't good. My stomach's not feeling right. But it doesn't take long before you just get really comfortable, hanging on the wall and doing these types of things. And going home, it's about the same for me. The first 24 hours, I feel terrible as my equilibrium is getting used to being back on Earth and gravity. But again, within about a week, I feel really, really good, and I'm able to drive a car. So the human body is pretty amazing.
Hi, I'm Lucas. And what advice would you give to a student like me who would like to become an astronaut?
That's sweet. You want to be an astronaut, and I hope you become one, and I hope to watch you walking on Mars someday, and then I can be on the other side asking you questions. But what I would tell you is, follow your dreams. They can come true. Pick something that you really, really love, whatever field it is, and work really, really hard. You don't need to be the smartest person out there, but there's no reason why you can't work the hardest. So good luck to you, and I hope to see you in space someday because it is awesome.
Hi, I'm Aiden. How often do you have to go out on spacewalks to make repairs?
It varies. So a lot of times it is just when things break, we have to go outside. But a lot of times we want to get ahead of that and change things out. And so actually we have a spacewalk that's going to happen on Friday, and they're going to do some repairs. Since I've been here, I think this is the fifth one that's going to happen. So we kind of had a lot in a few months, and then we might have some that don't happen for many months. So it really varies depending on when things break.
Hi, I'm Kate. Does the ISS change your vision, and if so, how does it correct itself once you return to Earth?
You guys are asking all the same questions that the scientists on the ground are asking, and right now we're doing a really big study on the eyes. We have seen that vision changes when you get to space. I know it did for me on my last flight, that as soon as I got up here, I had a change in my vision. Luckily, when I got home, it went back to about the same. And so the answer is still unknown on why it happens and what can we do to treat it. So that's a great question that we need to find out.
Hi, my name is Avery. Do you measure your bone density on the ISS?
So at least for me, I haven't had an experiment where I measure the bone density directly while I'm up here, but I'm part of a study right now where we looked at our bone density right before I left, and I'll be going home in about 2 weeks, and I know in that first couple of weeks they're going to get me in the machine and see how does the bone density change, and not just the bone density but the shape of the bone. So again, these are questions that we still don't have answered, which is a big reason of why we're up here on the International Space Station.
Hi, my name's Lexi. As you were launching, what was going through your mind?
I was like, you got to be kidding me. I cannot believe that I'm doing this and that I have this opportunity. And on my first flight on the space shuttle, it was cool. because I'm sitting next to my crewmates, and we kind of looked at each other as the engine started to light, and we just couldn't believe it. It was an awesome feeling. I don't think we were scared, but we were super, super excited to have the opportunity. It's a great feeling and one that I will never forget.
Hi, my name is Sammy. What does an average day on the ISS look like for you?
You know, I wish there was an average day up here. It seems like every day is a little bit different. The only thing average is that I wake up at around 6 in the morning and I go to bed about 10 p.m. But during the day, they're all different. You know, here I am today talking to you. Just a few minutes ago, I was working on this rack over here, inserting some pressurized gas for an experiment. So every day is a little bit different, which makes it kind of exciting because you just don't know what's going to happen. On Friday, we have a spacewalk, so what's cool is that we don't have average days up here.
Hi, my name is Addison. What is the hardest part of training for going into space?
You know, it's really hard to learn everything that we have to come up here. So I would say the hardest thing is the amount of material that we have to learn. We have to learn a little bit about all the systems. We have to learn about the science experiments. And so it's just a lot of information. We're not experts, but we have to know a little bit about it. And so it's just the amount of studying you have to do to prepare. And I feel your pain on all the stuff that you guys have to learn, because we had to do that to prepare to come up here. And it is a lot of work, but we love it, and so it's fun.
Hi, I'm Jackson. Can a fire happen on the ISS? And if so, how would it be different than on Earth?
So fires can happen, and we practice for that emergency in case it does. And again, in this rack right here, it's a combustion rack, and we have an experiment going on right now to look at how fire behaves in space. And it does behave a little bit differently. The shape of the flame is not like it is on Earth. And so we're studying that more so we can be better prepared, not only on the space station, but also fighting fires back on Earth. So it is an issue, and it's something that we're studying right now.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Would a yo-yo work in microgravity?
That's an awesome question, and you put me on the spot, so I hope I can do it. My crewmate was a hero and found this for me, so let's see if we can do it. I didn't have a lot of time to practice, so here we go. My first yo-yo. So it works, but it's a little bit different. So thanks for the question, and let me find out if they do work.
Hi, my name is Anna. Do you play pranks on each other?
I love talking to middle school students. You know, we don't play a lot of pranks on people just because we have to live together. Every now and then food might fly off of your spoon accidentally. But one prank that I wouldn't mind doing before I leave is taking one of my crewmates in the middle of the night while they're sleeping and moving them in their sleeping bag outside and see what happens when they wake up somewhere different than where they went to sleep.
Hi, my name is Tony. What is the most interesting thing that you have seen while in space?
There's a lot of interesting things up here, but for me, one of the most interesting things that I've seen looking out the window is when I see the auroras, the northern or the southern lights. It is this beautiful light show that sometimes it looks like it's covering the entire planet, even though it's not, but it looks that way. And you have all these different colors, the greens, the reds. So it is always cool. Something that we're going to be taking pictures of later is a cyclone that's going on. And it's when it's over the water, and the formation of it is very beautiful. The impact, of course, to humans isn't great, but it's very interesting to see it from this perspective. And then seeing myself up here, I never would have thought I'd be here. So that's pretty neat.
Hi, my name is Sammy. We were watching the live feed yesterday. What were y'all doing on your spacewalk?
So yeah, the spacewalk that we have coming up, and we had one maybe a couple of weeks ago. They are fixing the end of our robotic arm. We had to change them out to get one that behaves better. And then when they go out on Friday, it's going to be pretty interesting. We have to bring the end of the robotic arm back into the space station. And I don't know if we've done that before, but it's pretty big. And so we got to fit that along with 2 astronauts inside their small airlock. So it's going to be pretty exciting on Friday.
Hi, my name's Avery. How do you get your supplies up there?
Yeah, so the supplies are super important. We recycle the water like we talked about, but we have to get food. We have to get all the equipment for the science experiments. And so we have those cargo ships that will come up about every 3 months, and they bring us all the supplies that we need.
Hello, my name is Chris Mattingly, and I'm the principal at Briarhill Middle School. And first of all, I'd like to thank you for your time today. The next thing I would want to extend to you is that when you retire and get ready and you're looking to come back to the classroom, we have a job for you here in LISD.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you and your students. They're awesome, and I appreciate that offer, and I will keep that in mind. Middle school is the best place to be.
Thank you again so much. Be safe, and if you're ever in the area, come by. We'd love to see you.
All right. Thanks for coming. Have a great afternoon.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event. Thank you.
And thank you, Joe. Great job. And thank you to all participants from Briarhill Middle School. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.